Hi, Joe here again, and glad to be back with you to learn more about cholesterol-busting recipes. Today we're going to look at one of my favorite breakfasts to eat. Breakfast can tend to be one of the toughest meals to plan out and have ready before you run out the door. And that's why Kathy is going to show us 3 ways to make this cholesterol-busting meal: steel cut oats. These recipes are a great start to your day. Make sure you have plenty of energy and brain power to conquer your day. Feel free to continue to healthify these recipes even more later. For example, you can add flaxseed oil instead of the butter. So let's pop into the test kitchen and see what Kathy is up to.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm here in our test kitchen again, and today we're going to make steel cut oats. This is a breakfast that's going to stick with you all day long. It sticks to your ribs, so to say, and it gives you energy and gives you a full feeling so that you don't get that hungry craving during the morning and reach for a candy bar or something that's not as nourishing as this. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put a little bit of butter in our pan, and I'm going to turn that on to a medium heat and let the butter melt just a little bit. And I'm actually going to add our steel cut oats on top of this butter and kind of crisp them up a little bit so they have a little nutty flavor. And one reason for doing that also is when you add a little butter to the pot, we're going to be having the steel cut oats boiling with water, and so it helps keep the water from boiling over the top of the pan. Okay, and put just a 1/4 cup of oats in. This is just going to be a single serving, and so the recipe calls for 1 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of oats. So we'll just let that toast up a bit. I haven't always eaten steel cut oats, but I have for a few years now, and oh my, what a difference. I love the nutty flavor of them, and I believe that eating steel cut oats versus rolled oats is not really nutritionally different, except that the steel cut oats has a slower glucose uptake, which is helping you to keep that energy level up during the morning. Okay, so I think I'll add the water, and you want to do it just a little bit at a time because the pan will be hot. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on and let that simmer, and while that's simmering, I'll go ahead and cut up an apple. You can add a lot of different things to your steel cut oats. I happen to like a lot of spices in mine, so today I'm going to be adding cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and I like to add a little sweetener at the end. My favorite choice is maple syrup. I really like that, but you can use honey or even the new sweetener stevia. It would be good in your oatmeal. Okay, while we're letting that come to a boil, I cut up my apple, and now I'm going to put that right on top of the oats. And like the butter, if you put the fresh apple right on top, it's also going to help keep the water from boiling over. Although anytime you have something on the stove that's boiling, you really don't want to walk away from it before it's finished boiling. So we're going to let that boil. It's coming to a boil now. And I actually am going to add my cinnamon right on top, and allspice and nutmeg. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it down to simmer, put my lid on, and it should take about 20 minutes to cook up, and then you can go get ready for work or start your day and then come back in about 20 minutes and it'll actually be finished. So another thing you can do is, I've made 1 single serving today, but if you want to make a larger batch for the whole week, what I usually do is make enough for the full week I don't put my apple or my spices in. I just make it plain, leave it in the refrigerator, and then I just take out what I need for the day. And as I'm warming it up on the stove for a couple minutes, and I add all of my other condiments to it, my spices and whatever fruit that I want. So just remember that it's an easy recipe. For every cup of water you use a 1/4 cup of steel cut oats. Okay, so we're finished with that, and now I wanted to show you a really cool idea that I came across. And if you're cooking for a large family, I've done this before if I'm having like all my extended family over on a weekend and I wanted to have a nice nourishing meal, like maybe Sunday morning before church or something like that. I would make the steel cut oats in a crock pot. It's great, it's so easy. I just oil my crock pot, the sides of it, and throw in my water. In this case, I did use apples again, but I put my water, put the oats, pour that right in, put my cinnamon and other spices, whatever I choose to put in, and then my apples, lay it right on top. And I put it on low all night, and in the morning it's wonderful because we all wake up to this wonderful smell of cinnamon and spices, and it's really a great way to start the morning off. And the third way I want to show you to make the steel cut oats is also very easy. You can put boiling water over your steel cut oats in the evening, and you can either leave it on the stove, it just has the water and oats, or you can actually put it in the refrigerator overnight. And in the morning, it's ready to go. You just put it on the stove, add your spices and fruit, and warm it up, and it's easy and quick.